This is lesson 7 in Does It Matter? The booklet we're using for year 9 at the moment, and we're going to look at what elements make up compounds. We're looking at pages 31 to 34. And if you look in your booklet, you should come across this page. It says finding out what elements make up compounds. Now, if we were in school and you were able to do a prac, this is what we would do. You would be given a blue-green chemical, which is not on your list of elements on the periodic table. It can help us to understand why there are millions of chemicals but only about 100 different elements. Now, on the periodic table lists the elements. We are going to look at compounds now. So compounds are made up of elements. And you're going to put the blue-green chemical into some water and put some electrodes into it and see what happens. Now, these diagrams don't do the experiment justice. So what I want you to do is, in this lesson on Moodle, there should be a video called Unknown Green Chemical where I go through this experiment with you. And so I want you to watch that, but I also want you to remember something that I didn't say on the video. In the video, the right-hand electrode is the positive electrode, and the left-hand electrode is the negative electrode. So something's going to happen to the right-hand side electrode, and electrodes are just bits of graphite, and something's going to happen on the left-hand electrode as you're looking at the screen. Okay? Once you've watched the video, in your book you've got this, but I've added power pack here. This is the symbol for a power pack or a battery, and that's the positive charged part of it, and you've got the negative charged part of it. So we've got a positive end and a negative end. And I want you to answer those questions after you've watched the video. You should be able to see something happening at the negative electrode. You should see something happening at the positive electrode. And try and name them, what elements they are. And then where will the ions travel? Now remember that opposite charges will attract. So what I want you to do in your book is to draw out this diagram and show me where those Cl minuses are going to go and where those Cu2 pluses are going to go. Because copper is positively charged because it's a metal. So will that be attracted to this electrode or this electrode? Watch the video to help you. And the chloride ions are attracted to either the positive electrode or the negative electrode, and decide which way they are going. So just draw little arrows next to each one. This is what you've got on your booklet. So use this screen to draw in your ions and then add arrows to them. I want you to fill in the ions and the directions they're travelling in. Where do you think these two chemicals came from? The water or the blue-green chemical? Do you think the copper and the chlorine came from the blue-green chemical, or do you think it came from water? And explain why. And then try and fill in the blanks for the compound there. Then I would like you to complete page 38 in the booklet, where you've got copper and oxygen joined to make. Try and think of what compound you would name here and what's made. Sodium and chlorine joined to make something. Magnesium and sulfur joined to make something. And remember that when we were looking at this blue-green chemical, the compound that we've made has copper in it and chloride ions in it. So it was copper chloride. So think about your names when you're naming the compounds.